Okay, let's talk about now monsoon winds. Now, when we speak of monsoon winds are the seasonal reversal of wind direction, and this is usually associated with large continents, especially Asia, and that includes the Philippines. Now, here in our country, we experience two monsoon wind system. So we have the southwest monsoon, also known as hanging habagat. Usually it begins in June and ends in September, but it may extend up to late October. And we have the northeast monsoon or hanging amihan, usually begins in late October and it may even extend up to January. Now, let's talk about the northeast monsoon or the so-called hanging amihan. Now, during the months from October to January, and it may even extend up to February, there is a high pressure area over Siberia. And you know what that means if there is a high pressure area? So there is cold air. Cold air sinks, creating this high pressure area over Siberia, and cold air brings little moisture. So during the months from October up to February, our country experiences clear, fair, and cold weather. That's why during the amihan season, ramdam na natin ang Pasko because of that cold air over Siberia. So pagdating ng October, November, December, January, ramdam na po natin ang Pasko because of the hanging amihan or the northeast monsoon. Now, what about the so-called southwest monsoon? Now, during the southwest monsoon season, there is a low pressure over northern India. And you know what that means. If there is a low pressure area, so you have heated air, and that heated air rises, bringing a lot of moisture. Okay? And during the southwest monsoon, because of the moisture content of the air, the southwest monsoon brings torrential rains and flooding, especially here in the Philippines. So during the so-called hanging habagat season, this is the so-called rainy and stormy season here in the Philippines. So dito po sa atin sa Pilipinas, pag hanging habagat, we expect more storms and torrential rains during the months of June to September, and it may even extend up to late October. So that's the so-called hanging habagat or the southwest monsoon. So to summarize this lesson on monsoon winds, so during the months of June to late October, we usually experience stormy and rainy months. That's from June to October. Again, that is due to the southwest monsoon or the hanging habagat. So we experience flooding, torrential rains, typhoons during the months of June to late October. Then during the months of November to February, that's the so-called hanging amihan season or the northeast monsoon. So the northeast monsoon brings cold air from Siberia. So we experience clear, good, and cold weather. Okay. And from March to May, that's the transition period. So we experience the easterly winds. So that brings summer and hot weather during the months of March to May. Alright, so that's how we experience our weather here in the Philippines.
As a known scientist, it was a bit surprising if the girl blinded me with something.